This episode of AfterBuzz SmackDown Live is sponsored by Rush, directed by top action filmmakers Corridor Digital. It's a story of soldiers fighting against all odds in a war-torn nation, starring Stephen Ogg of Grand Theft Auto 5 and The Walking Dead, as well as starring Lou Ferrigno Jr. The first episodes are live and free on the Go90 app and their website, www.go90.com. Go check it out ASAP. And tonight on SmackDown Live, we break down the go-home show as we get ready for No Mercy, so stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Johnny, Nicky, Mikey,
Tommy,
Christian, Christy, Tom. We're here live with so much spirit on AfterBuzzTV.com, the AfterBuzz TV YouTube page. Blast that music. I feel like I'm back in high school. It's great. Check it out on iTunes, SoundCloud. Like, subscribe us. What's up? I am Christian Rosenberg. The Twitter, @Rosenberg. The T-shirts, prosentees.com/Christian Rosenberg. Instagram, @TheRosenberg. Levelated to my life, all bellaed out indeed.
Yeah.
Christy Reports, Christy Olson.
Hey, if you run it and you rule it, tweet me Christy Reports, because, you know, I'm freaking out and I can't wait another 22 hours or whatever it is.
She's kind of excited about
support.
She's excited about some show that's premiering tomorrow. I don't know what.
I don't know what it is.
Well, I mean, Family Guy already started.
Designated Survivor.
Is there a
pretty
new
good.
Cruiserweight Classic? Are we starting on another one?
Oh, NXT. You're excited for NXT.
NXT.
Yeah.
Well, of course we're excited
Dusty
about
Rhodes,
NXT.
you know,
Dusty Rhodes Tag Team
yeah,
Classic
yeah.
first round starts.
Yeah, that's why I got my Dusty Rhodes Classic t-shirt and hat and armbands on. Yeah.
And next to Christy at Tom.com, it's Tom Connolly.
Hello. It's good to be back. Good to be back.
Hey, it's good to have you. Scott is off this week, so it's the three of us breaking things down for the final SmackDown before No Mercy this Sunday. And I gotta tell you, they delivered tonight. Overall, we built up every match for a strong finish to have us tune in and be like, all right, Sunday's coming. What's gonna happen? I thought they did a great job tonight.
They did. I mean, I was kind of hyped anyway, because No Mercy is clearly going to be fantastic. But, yeah, this helped.
It's gonna be way better than that Raw show they just had, like like a week ago.
I love how Tom is making it now a competition.
Hey, if they're not going to, I will in my head. Right?
I mean, granted, I could sit here and brag how I beat Johnny LaQuasto in fantasy football by 0.18 points.
Nice.
Like
Yay!
under 0.2 of a point this week.
Wow.
But a win's a win, and I'm going to take it and rub it in his face.
Exactly.
Don't do that.
Thanks to Blair Walsh and the Minnesota Vikings for missing a field goal to give me the win. Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Oh, that's right. Chrissy's not happy about that with Minnesota Vikings.
Honey, my husband was there when he should have been working.
They still won the game. Minnesota still
get me started.
Minnesota still won the game.
I didn't even know because I didn't want to know.
All right, fair enough. Well, let's get into SmackDown. And we start right away with action. We have Bray Wyatt versus Kane, a rematch from Backlash. Only this was a regular match, not a no-holds-barred match. Kane busted up early. Like his mouth got cut from the first strike, it seemed like. Bray is in control, getting ready to deliver Sister Abigail. And then all of a sudden, Randy Orton appears on the Tron upside down.
How do you do that?
He's so talented.
Just a little topsy-turvy.
And Orton says he's going to turn Bray right side up this Sunday. And that distracts Bray. Kane gets back up, knocks Bray out of the ring, and then Bray intentionally gets himself counted out because he starts heading to the back in search for Randy Orton.
But
So Kane keeps beating Bray.
He's never going to beat Kane. Oh, well, yeah, we talked about it earlier.
Except for that
One time.
SummerSlam, but-
One time. Like, 4 years ago.
Who remembers that?
Everybody.
Everyone. We never forget these things.
It was an Inferno match. I was there.
No, it was Ring of Fire.
Oh, sorry.
It's a difference. I don't know. Baron Corbin's backstage, and he gets asked that pivotal question that everyone is wanting to know. What are his thoughts about Jack Swagger?
I was on the edge of my seat. I couldn't wait.
You're on the edge of your seat right now, getting ready for us to talk about it. He says if he thinks he's going to get in his way, then he's dumber than he looks.
Aww.
Yeah, Christy felt bad.
I did a little bit for him.
Well, then out came Swagger to defend himself.
He did. And Charlie Caruso, she is smart. She got the heck out of there.
Well, I mean, you got two guys that are like 6'7" or so. Like, yeah, I would run.
Oh, yeah. I mean, but that's half the job as the backstage interviewer is knowing when the heck to get yourself in that microphone out of there.
Yeah. Swagger says we should fight right now. Baron says he does his talking in the ring. And Swagger's like, all right, well, I'll go talk to Dan and Bryan. We'll get this match going. And Baron says, good, let's have that. And Jack's like, yeah, I will. And Baron's like, good, I'll see you there. Jack's like, don't forget you bring your knee pads because I'm going to beat you up. And Baron's like, yeah, well, don't forget to bring your little We the People t-shirt because it's the last time you're going to be able to chant it to them. And then Jack's like, oh, yeah? And Baron's like, yeah. And Jack's like, oh, yeah? And Baron's like, yeah. And it went to commercials.
Oh, I feel like I'm there.
Did that really happen?
That was
Because I think I walked away.
I
when they were
wrote
talking.
it. I wrote it verbatim. That was exactly what happened.
No,
was
you're
the
right.
best.
It sounded like day one of promo school. And they both got a C-. Okay?
Well,
I like Baron Corbin, though. Jack Swagger, not so much. So I'm like, I want Baron Corbin to come. I mean, we'll talk about the match later, but I mean, I think Baron Corbin needs to, establish himself more in this feud.
He needs to care more.
And by the way, I failed to introduce our lovely engineer tonight, Miss Alexis.
No, it's okay.
I want to introduce you.
Oh, okay.
Hi, Alexis. Plug your Twitter.
Oh, hi. You can find me where all Alexis Satoras are sold at atours890.
We're- That's good.
I'm waiting for a sale myself, but I'm going to get you, girl.
Yeah. Jimbo's
Well,
off
you
this
know
week.
you already got me.
Jimbo's off this week because he's kind of getting ready to get married this weekend.
So I kicked him out. I mean, told him that he can kindly leave. And
whatever. Jimbo, no excuses. Just because you're getting married this weekend doesn't mean you can take the night off and suddenly be like, oh, I got to get things ready for the biggest day of my life with the love of my life. Whatever, dude.
This
Tweet him
SmackDown.
that.
Yeah.
Well, you guys should all tweet him
someone
your
just Instagrammed
congratulations.
that little video to send to him.
Over and over. And
Just
over.
to loop it over and over and over. And I might lose my invitation then.
Probably.
For-
It's probably
No,
already
you're
gone.
my ride.
That's right. I'm going to be.
I got you, girl.
I'm Christy's hot date for the wedding. That's what I like to tell myself. Anyway,
Wow.
yeah. Bray's in the back starting to look for Randy Orton, and then we get women's action: Alexa Bliss versus Nikki Bella. Carmella's on commentary. Match is only going on for a few minutes, and then Carmella calls Nikki a thirsty Kardashian wannabe.
Oh, rude.
Not rude at all.
So rude.
Yet accurate. Question mark?
The hair, Nikki's new hair is like a tweensy bit Kardashian, but that is where the comparison ends. Okay.
I have no idea whose side you're on.
Nikki's way cooler, at least,
Yeah.
than Kim Kardashian. Not cooler than Carmella, but,
So all of a sudden, then Nikki threw Alexa Bliss into Carmella, and then Carmella got back up, ran into the ring, started attacking Nikki. Ref calls for the bell. Alexa and Carmella gang up on Nikki. Becky Lynch comes out for the save, and then the spirit of Teddy Long kicks in, and also we come back from commercial, and it's a tag team match.
Yes.
Becky and Nikki versus Alexa and Carmella, and crazy tag match, good tag match.
Yeah.
They were all over the place.
I couldn't take my eyes off of this one.
Yeah, no, it was a very good tag team match. Super kick by Carmella onto Becky, knocked Becky out for Alexa to climb the top rope while Nikki started chasing Carmella to the back. Alexa hits Twisted Bliss, and she pins the SmackDown Women's Champion. So Alexa Bliss with the momentum heading into No Mercy this Sunday.
And this match absolutely should have come down to Becky and Alexa. I love what they had, Carmella and Nikki kind of running off like this.
Mm-hmm.
This was good. Like you said, all the build up for No Mercy.
Build up both feuds in this match. Did a great
Mm-hmm.
job of that.
Yeah.
it's really crazy, I feel like, when you watch both shows to see how structured SmackDown is compared to a Raw where you're like, all right, well, that happened and that was fun. But then it was like 30 minutes of me not really wanting to pay attention. When I watch SmackDown, not just because I'm on the show here. It's fast paced, and you care about everybody that comes out, and actually, even Jack Swagger and Baron Corbin. I actually care about this because of how the ending of the match later, but that kind of stuff matters, and they're making it matter. They're making you care about each superstar on the show.
Yeah, my friend Jeff Hawkins, who he does a podcast called Shake Them Ropes. He was actually a guest on the Monday Night Raw AfterBuzz this week, and Jeff, I'm one of the few podcast guys who's actually giving you credit for this. He came up with a line that I think sums it up best. It's Raw currently is a show trying to be a wrestling show, and SmackDown is a wrestling show. Because like Raw, you have a lot more like the backstage things with Stephanie. The more like the typical storylines that we're used to.
Yeah.
When SmackDown, it's there. Like, all right, we have everything all planned. Let's do it. So Jeff Hawkins, because a lot of other podcasts were like, someone said this, and I don't remember who. I feel like Jeff owes me a drink now because I said that.
I think with SmackDown, when they started, it was almost like they really did hit a reset button on everybody, like stories and everything. Raw, you still got the continuation because you have Stephanie there, and like it feels like Monday Night Raw.
Yeah,
this feels like a brand new show.
I don't know if it's the writing or what it is, but SmackDown, it feels like they tell the stories in the ring as well as with a little bit of backstage stuff, whereas Raw is trying to like just shove it down your throat too much or something, give you too much story too obviously. It's like let the wrestlers tell it in the ring. That's their job.
Right. Well, speaking of stories, for those of you new to listening to our AfterBuzz SmackDown, welcome. Thanks for coming. Tell your friends. Christy likes to find some stories on some websites that are not necessarily affiliated with WWE that she feels are juicy and 100% accurate. And I tell her they're not. Consistently, I tell her they are not. But she finds her favorite story of the week and then reads it to us, and we decide whether or not we think it is legit or not.
You're gonna quit it.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, get ready. It's time for Believe That.
Woo!
I knew it was hot in here, and now it just got hotter with all the fire. The straight fire.
I thought it was just Roman Reigns.
No, that was the explosion.
It's not Roman Reigns. We're actually going to do something a little different here tonight, guys.
What?
Because this rumor doesn't come from the dirt sheets.
Huh?
This rumor comes straight from the source itself. And while it is already being disputed, I just am dying to know what you guys think. Okay. So, the rumor is, allegedly, Ric Flair said on his podcast that Halle Berry has ridden the Space Mountain. I don't know, maybe that's not exactly how he put it. But I think you all know what I am saying.
Whether it's true or not.
And he gave some details. He said, this was after she had just recently gotten divorced, like in the 90s. And that it went down in like Atlanta or somewhere like that. He had some specific details to back himself up. Okay, right. Halle Berry with her publicist came out guns blazing today and said she doesn't even know who Ric Flair is. She has never met him. It is misogynistic of him to say this about her. She is hot under the collar. Ric Flair's not backing off. Gentlemen, I have got to ask you. I've been dying to ask all week. Do you believe that?
Tom, you go first on this one, please.
You know what I believe? I believe some woman that Ric Flair had this thing with said her name was Halle Berry, and he just was like, "Oh, Halle Berry. I had sex with Halle Berry. All right." Like,
I think you might be exactly right.
It just seems. It's just, I don't know. I mean, from both sides. I mean, the fact that she's, denying it, like no, this didn't happen. Like, I mean, it's kind of like, are you trying to cover something up? Like, because you're just coming out like guns blazing?
You think the lady protests too much.
But I also think that, I don't know, why would he even have to say that in the first place on his part? Like, we know you've been around the block, like, I don't know, probably thousands and thousands of times.
Around the world.
Yeah.
Engaged to his fifth wife, and actually this Halle Berry encounter would have gone down while he was married to his second wife.
Oh, okay.
Timing-wise,
Wow.
so.
Well, I don't know. I think it's false. I think he's just.
You ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yes or no? Was Halle Berry in a WWE film?
Yes. Yeah.
She knows WWE.
Yeah, but
she knows the Nature Boy.
that was only a couple years ago.
At least I want her to know the Nature. God, I want this to be true so badly, because Ric Flair has had any accolade that any person in wrestling would dream of, but I feel like that accolade would be the top one for me if he actually did that. Because to me, Halle Berry is God. I don't care that she's 50 years old right now. I don't think there's anyone hotter in Hollywood than Halle Berry. Still. And this, oh God, I hope it's true.
I didn't know you had such love for Halle Berry.
Halle Berry. No, because how often do we talk about Halle Berry on this show?
That's a good point.
I don't know if we should start it. I'd like to hear this.
Now my new weekly segment is going to be Ode to Halle Berry. Every week, we're just going to have a photo up of her, and we're like, yeah.
I am okay with this.
But,
Yeah.
All right, so
Alexa's cool with it.
So wait, did
Alexa's
you
cool with it.
see her WWE movie?
No.
Then what kind of fan are you?
Yeah.
I didn't say I have to watch the movies.
You're a
But,
fan of WWE. You should
but
watch all
here's the thing.
How
WWE
dare
movies.
you.
along with all that, though, because anyone in their right mind could be like, oh, yeah, I made out with so-and-so and things like that. I mean, I could sit here and be like, yeah, me and Halle Berry, we hooked up once.
Oh, it's gonna be on the dirt sheets tomorrow.
And obviously, as you can tell by my look, I'm 100% serious when I say that. Anyway, she could just ignore it. She's a bigger star than anyone in WWE, let's be honest. But the fact that she just immediately jumped on it, be like, I don't know who this guy is. Yes, you do. I never did this.
well,
Well,
no,
why are you jumping to the conclusion?
we don't know if she knows who Ric Flair is. Just because she was in some WWE studio movie, that wasn't a WWE,
Right, but here's the thing.
I don't even know
Why
what
does she
superstar
have
was
to
in
go
that
on
movie.
record and claim it?
Yeah.
How many millions of people around the world are telling their friends or different stories like, yeah, dude, this one time I was at the bar, Halle Berry was there. Dude, things got crazy.
Yeah, but guy on the street doesn't have a podcast that goes out to
Well,
how
I have
many
a
people.
podcast. I have a podcast, and I say I hooked up with Halle Berry. Let's see if she responds to that.
Oh man, how
Halle,
great would it be?
I
if she
await
did?
your response.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of
There it is.
AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
And I've been fired.
Thank you, because this is
Christian,
hilarious.
there's some two men here to take you away. You have been escorted out of the building.
Got it.
Christy,
Yes.
take over.
Because it is a little sexist and it is a little misogynistic. We are laughing, but I guess I do have to, since I'm wearing my girl power hat, my fearless hat, I gotta say, yeah, if it's not true and he's just saying it, it is misogynistic. But I think he
But
believes
that's
it.
also
Yeah.
Ric Flair.
He believes
yeah.
it.
That is Ric Flair. That is like, he's like the king of being a misogynist.
misogyny.
Yes, but still, come on. A gentleman doesn't kiss and tell. Come on. Right?
Hallie, your secrets would be safe.
But a
and sound.
16-time champ. Well, I don't know. All right, that was a fun one.
That was
That was a
fun.
good one.
Thanks for playing with me, boys.
And we're almost out of time. So no. Back to the show. Bray is still looking for Randy. Finds his rocking chair in some random storage room.
Well, he didn't know that at first.
Oh, he
It
didn't
doesn't
know what
make a
storage room.
room.
He's like, oh, here's my chair. And he's looking around. He's like, that the best you got, Randy? And then Randy just closes the door and locks him in. And he should have just kept him locked in. Just kept it there. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go to Sunday, and I'm going to win by forfeit. Because he's not going to be able to make it. Because he's trapped.
Genius.
Then we had Daniel Bryan with 5 breast cancer survivors about the whole Susan G. Komen thing. I thought they did a great job on Raw with Enzo and Cass doing it last night. And I thought Daniel Bryan did a great job with it today. You can feel like legit emotion when he was talking about it. Mm-hmm. It's obviously always a great cause. I love it when they do all this with the pink rope and all that. Awesome. I mean, there's nothing really much else to say about that, but it's great that they do this. We'll be doing it all month long. Hopefully we have segments like this for every show, honestly.
I feel like they do it every week, probably. Like,
Yeah.
get, survivors from each city they're in or wherever they're at. So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, and by the way, Zeno Hour in the chat cannot believe that Halle Berry cheated on him with Ric Flair and me.
Aww.
I know. I'm sorry, dude.
Heartbroken.
I'm sorry. So we'll have to. She couldn't help herself. I'm sorry. It's just what happens. It's nature. It's survival of the fittest, I guess. Vaudevillains versus Hype Bros. This means one of these teams actually winning the match, which is unusual. We have Hammer Time by Mojo Rawley. I didn't hate the move.
Okay. Me either.
Here's my one problem. The match started. He delivered one body slam to Simon Gotch. Yeah. And Gotch was down for up to 20 seconds for Mojo to do this move. If Mojo's body slams are that powerful, he should have just pinned him right there.
That's what happens when you're that hyped.
I guess.
I think Gotch just stayed down because he wanted to see what would happen at the end of the dance.
Well, he heard Hammer Time and he was like, what's going on? Yeah. And he was like, oh, okay.
He was like, I better break it down.
Ascension walk out to kind of scope out the match. So it's like, okay, here are the three teams that never seem to win anything on SmackDown, and we're involving all of them in something. So I like that. Mm-hmm. Hype Bros get to win, and then they kind of have a stare down with the Ascension. So maybe we're starting a secondary tag team feud away from the title.
We have like 3 tag team feuds, and you really think about it though on SmackDown.
We got the Usos.
The
feud with 2 different teams.
Yeah. So I mean, it's cool. At least you know, building it all up.
Yeah. No, I'm
They're
down with it.
They're such good heels. They are so bad that they get to feud with 2 teams, not just 1.
Yeah.
Because there's 2 of them.
And then from there we get to, in my opinion, not just the best segment of tonight, but probably the best segment in like the last 6 weeks between both shows. We have Miz TV's Dolphumentary. And they made a WWE 24 Dolph Ziggler, the success of a failure. And to say this was brilliant would be an understatement.
I can't wait to watch it Sunday after the pay-per-view.
I really hope they make a legit hour-long special on this.
If not, I feel like there are going to be millions of angry fans searching the network.
Yeah, I mean, it was so good. And I feel like this was the very first time, and someone in chat room, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like this was the first time that they acknowledged that Dolph Ziggler was a caddy. They talked about the cheerleader, but they've never brought up that he was the caddy for Kerwin White until tonight. And I'm like, whoa, they brought it up. Because that whole angle got stopped after Eddie Guerrero died. So that was one of those touchy subjects. We're just going to kind of throw it on the rug.
Mm-hmm.
It was it was not a good angle in the first place. So
it was not.
It was really dumb. So
yeah.
I mean, I think it made sense that I don't know why they even thought that was going to be a good idea.
Because they knew they would have to revisit it in 12 years, and they'd want it to be real cheeseball.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And then Ziggler gets very emotional, talking about how he high fives the kids or whatever, and he's just like, you made my night. And he's like, no, you made my night. But those type of things, we always hear Cena talk about him, but we don't hear too much from the other wrestlers. And Dolph Ziggler, he's been a guy that's been all over the card for the last 12 years, so he's definitely had these experiences. And it's cool and real to hear those. And then the Spirit Squad comes out. Kenny and Mikey, they found 2 of them. They said the others are still trapped in the crate from OVW. Mm-hmm. I was so excited because I remember, obviously, at that point, there was not AfterBuzz when they were around, but I was telling my friends, Kenny Dykstra was going to be the guy. I was 1,000% behind Kenny. I'm like, this is going to be the top athlete of the Spirit Squad.
We all were.
I'm like, this guy's going to be the champ. He had a title match once on Raw, I think.
He beat Ric Flair.
Yes, he beat Ric Flair. Mm-hmm. He beat Ric Flair. Granted, Ric Flair was tired because he just, hung out with Halle Berry before the match. But it was right there.
I really didn't mean to bring it up again.
It was right there.
It was the first thing I thought of when I thought of Kenny Dykstra. I remember beating Ric Flair.
But he looked great. He looked just like he did 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And Mikey was there.
Yeah.
He was really giving it the spirit, though.
Well, that's what he did. He was the best cheerleader, really, of the 5 of them when it came to the cheers.
Well, he had real life experience. He was a cheerleader. No, I'm just joking.
I was going to say, was he? I don't know.
idea.
He might have been. Inside information with Tom Connolly.
I don't know. No.
And eventually Miz tells Kenny and Mikey to attack Ziggler. They start beating him up a little bit. Then Ziggler came back, super kicked Kenny, or super kicked both of them, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And Miz walking up the ramp with a stare down with him, getting ready for title versus career this Sunday. I want this to be the main event.
Yeah, I do too. No, I don't know. No, after the end of it, I'm like, okay.
Obviously, we all know it's going to be the triple threat match for the main event, but like, I feel more invested. I feel more invested in this match. No, it won't be something because they'll have to have this match and then another match to like kind of cool us down a little bit.
Why?
Because that's what they do.
I know, but we don't need to be cooled down anymore, WWE. Like, come on. Like,
Tom
let's just put these matches.
Keep it hot.
If you go back and watch old stuff, it's like Undertaker versus Triple H, and then like Rock, Kurt Angle after it. Like, there's no cool down point.
There were WrestleManias for years. That was what Punk Undertaker. Oh no, but they canceled the Bella. That was the year they canceled the Bella match because it was supposed to go then. It was supposed to be the cooler match.
Yeah.
But then they ran out of time
for the first episode of Total Divas.
Oh yes, memory lane.
That reality TV, so real.
Then we see Bray still trapped. That was that. Jason Jordan.
They used my advice from last week. They set up the little security camera.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, so
they listen. They listen.
Hey, WWE.
Well, they also listened to me
Thanks
because I said David Otunga was wearing some weird red stuff that stood out, and he was just wearing a regular black shirt.
Oh.
He just kind of blended in tonight. You're welcome. Jason Jordan versus Jey Uso singles match. Jordan rolled up Jey for a quick win, but then afterwards, Usos attacked him, took out both guys' knees, and then Beauty and the Man Beast, Heath Slater and Rhino, ran out to make the save. Also, making the Usos continue to look more and more dangerous, heading into their tag title match this Sunday against Heath and Rhino. I'm looking forward to that match too.
There's not a match I'm not looking forward to.
I know, yeah, it's great. It's great. And everyone was really worried at first. I mean, us included. All right, now that we divide it up, are we going to be able to get a full-length pay-per-view for each of these brands? I mean, SmackDown's doing it. Bray is now sitting in the chair that's in the storage area.
Well, I mean, he's got to.
What's he
gonna do?
He's got nothing else going on. And all of a sudden, he starts talking to Sister Abigail, saying he's been waiting for her, and he's ready to go home. And then we go to commercial. Then we come back. Orton was just like, he's been in there 45 minutes. He's been punished enough.
I should give him some oxygen.
He's done.
Timeout's over. He opens it up, and Bray is gone. And Randy's angry, and he throws the rocking chair. Where did Bray go? Will he be there this Sunday? Will he still be hanging out with Sister Abigail?
Will they reassemble the rocking chair?
Will we see Sister Abigail?
So many questions.
Will it be Santana Garrett, as I reported and believed that like a year ago?
Who is still not signed to the WWE?
Still not signed to WWE?
Then maybe not.
Nah, I don't know if that one's gonna.
They do not believe that.
You're starting to prove.
You guys didn't believe it then.
You're starting to prove my point about your segment.
I wonder who it would be though.
Quiet now.
I don't know.
I mean, it'd be really hard for them to find.
It would have to be someone down in NXT that maybe they haven't used.
Yeah.
Like how Braun Strowman just popped up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like something that nature. I don't know. We'll have to see. Chat roll or when you comment on YouTube, who should be Sister Abigail that's currently signed?
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah. Kurt Hawkins announces Asuka. Yes, Asuka make perfect sense. Make Bailey it. No, why not?
Hey, she already has a mask, so what's the difference?
She has that dark disposition.
Yeah. Add some ears to it and should be good to go.
There you go. Kurt Hawkins announces kind of what you alluded to last week, that his announcement was he will be making his debut at No Mercy.
Woo!
Duh.
All right. That was that. Jack Swagger versus Baron Corbin. Remember how a few weeks ago Jack Swagger debuted and he said he was going to have like a whole new attitude and a whole new Jack Swagger? Yeah. Remember that? Are we going to get that? Because I haven't seen it.
I mean, I think a new Jack Swagger is just one that we see on TV. And we're seeing him on TV, so.
Yeah, I mean,
New
I
Jack
guess.
Swagger.
All right.
I really wish that back earlier in the show, that when Baron Corbin would have walked away, if he would have just attacked him and just went after him, why not? You know, he won the fight right there.
You're right. He could have saved us having to watch this match later in the episode.
I mean, well, the match wasn't bad. Like, it was a good match between them. Just the crowd really wasn't that into it. And I did like the finish, though. You don't see this moment often, and it's for good reason. Like, you got to use this type of finish very sparingly. Swagger locks the Patriot lock on Corbin. Corbin is reaching for the ropes, so his hand, and more so his wrist, is constantly tapping the ground as he's trying to reach the rope. Ref takes that as a tap out, calls for the bell, gives Swagger the win by submission, and Corbin and JBL are livid.
I was livid too.
Like
Fire that ref.
The ref sold it really well. He looked concerned. He did.
I don't think he looked that concerned at all.
No, he totally
did.
did. Yeah,
No.
he was giving
He's like,
like,
"Did I make a
I
mistake?"
screwed up face. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Corbin. I wish maybe we saw something like afterwards in the back. Maybe you'd have like Charlie be interviewing Swagger after his win, and then you have Corbin attack him or something like that. But we didn't get anything like that.
Yeah, or some kind of complaining.
Right.
You know.
I mean, we heard him yelling around the ring, but yeah, there should have been, even on Talking Smack, which I don't think he was on Talking Smack this week. Man, we'll see where that goes. And that was kind of the main event match. Then we ended with a promo with AJ, Ambrose, and Cena. And AJ starts bragging. He's interrupted by Ambrose, who calls him the clown that runs the town, and the pest that runs the nest, and the chump. Just a chump. And he's saying last week he had AJ pinned for 27 seconds, but Cena interfered and cost him his title. Cena then comes out, and Cena doesn't get to speak. AJ and Ambrose both go on these long tangents at Cena, explaining why you should not be there. AJ's angry that he's comparing himself to Ric Flair. Ambrose is talking about how he's real and he's the guy who's wrestled more matches than anyone in the last 2 years, and he's the part-timer. And I'll be real, you have fun being the John Cena on TV.
Oh.
Snap.
That was a low blow of a different kind.
And then they all started fighting. Cena beat them both up. I swear I thought it was going to end with just like, Cena's like, talk is cheap, beats them both up, holds the title, SmackDown goes off the air. Then all of a sudden, AJ came in, beat up Cena. AJ starts holding up the title. Then Ambrose got back up, gave a dirty deeds on the ramp, and he holds up the title as SmackDown goes off the air.
Right on the steel stage.
Well, the ramp, not the stage.
Well, still steel.
The ramp is an extension of the stage.
Yes.
But yeah,
Thank
I thought they did a great job with the promos, kind of explaining everyone's side of it heading into the match. Everyone's got something going for them in this main event. I'm excited for that match.
Yeah, dude, props to the writers. I never say that.
You
Props
never
to you writers.
never say that.
A+ creative.
Yeah. After this whole promo, I was like, can it be Sunday right now?
Yeah.
Like, can we have this match? Because I think they're gonna
Wednesday first and then Sunday.
Okay, fine. That's fine.
Why? What's Wednesday? Oh, NXT.
But
That's right.
But I think these guys are gonna tear it down on Sunday.
Yeah.
Like they all have something to prove, and like when AJ was on Talking Smack, like even at the end of it, like he cut another good promo, and like he is a champion, but he's not. He's a fighting champion. Even though he's a bad guy, he's like, I don't care. At the end, he was like Dan Brown. He's like, I don't care who you put in front of me. I'm gonna fight them and I'm gonna beat them.
Right.
Like that's a champion that I can get behind and want to watch each week and get excited for. Even if he's a bad guy and does, things that he shouldn't do, I'm still gonna be excited to watch it.
Yeah. Before we get into our predictions for Sunday, we got a few pieces of news and gossip. So let's get into that here.
TV news.
So we talked about last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago, how Luke Harper has been medically cleared, and now it's just a matter of seeing what show he ends up on and what capacity. obviously one of the possibilities was have the original Wyatt family back together at full strength. Well, that ain't happening now because Eric Rowan is out with a torn rotator cuff.
Oh.
And he is having shoulder surgery and is going to be gone several months.
Probably
That's not
best for
good
him.
timing.
No, but probably best for him. He's been thrown in and out of the Wyatt family that, like, he has no direction as a character at all. Like, we have... Like, would you know, is he in the Wyatt family? Is he not in the Wyatt family?
He's been trying to help Bray.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's probably... I mean, it sucks that he got hurt, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think it's something that, sometimes I think that has to happen to, let him go away for a while. He gets some time off. He gets a break. You come back, you can either be the same character or something completely different.
Or you can solve Rubik's Cubes again.
Yeah. I mean, he's really smart.
Yeah.
That's what they told us before.
Yeah.
So.
Speaking of hurt, Jamie Noble is currently recovering because he was ambushed and stabbed by some crazy people.
That's a crazy story.
It was kind of a road rage incident.
Yeah, it was a road rage incident. Ryan Satin Pro Wrestling Sheet reported that allegedly, Jamie maybe inadvertently cut someone off. He was going to his I think his parents or his mom's trailer home, and the guy followed him home, and it escalated and resulted in him being stabbed, which, like I said, is insane. Multiple times. I think he's still at the hospital. He's recovering. He's going to make a recovery. So our get well wishes to Jamie Noble.
For sure.
Badass points, though.
Sure.
For getting stabbed. Hey.
Sure. We'll give you points. I don't want to say badass points. The dude got
He could have
stabbed.
thrown into the barricade by Lesnar without coming up with some major injuries, but he
Or
got
that car.
stabbed and survived. Or the car. Yeah, see?
Yeah.
He could have used some badass points, and now he's got them.
He could have, yeah. Well, so get well, Jamie. And final piece of news and gossip: Sarah Lee, former Tough Enough champion, female champion. We were wondering,
Gonna make her debut.
Well, hold on, Tom, hold on.
Okay.
Because we were wondering what's going on because we've seen Daria, we've seen Mandy Rose. We knew ZZ got released. We have not seen
Josh
Bronson, I think is what he's going by now. We know Mata is down there training, kicking ass down there. So it's so what's kind of going on with Sarah Lee? Nothing, apparently. She has been released of her contract. But then a photo was shortly tweeted out after that showed her and her boyfriend, NXT superstar Wesley Blake, with a photo announcing that Sarah Lee is pregnant.
Surprise, surprise.
So that's a good reason why you can't wrestle anymore. And I'm guessing that was some type of violation of her contract that she won.
Really?
I would think.
Yeah, but that
year
seems like a
would
weird.
be just about up now.
It wasn't
right?
a one-year contract. It was a
probably-
multi-year contract. You weren't getting $250,000 in 1 year.
But she only had to stay there for a year to get the money.
No. No, it was.
Let's
It
double
was.
check on
it
Let's
was-
get the lawyers in here.
Yeah.
Come on in.
Are you there?
Right.
Are you there, lawyers?
sure it was
They
a
said they'll get
1
back to us. No, I mean most WWE contracts, most developmental or even mainstay are
But this
usually
wasn't.
3 years.
This was a tough enough contract.
Right, which was exponentially higher than the others.
Yes.
Which was why it certainly wouldn't be in 1 year. I mean, $250,000 in 1 year. I mean, that would be. She would be like if she would be like in the top 10 to 15 highest paid people on their entire roster.
that
then.
was
Yeah,
the
that.
point.
Yeah, I think you get the whole money. Like I don't
Yeah,
think it's
dude.
over a year. Like you win $250,000.
You have to stay for a year. You know what? We'll do the research, but I'm almost positive.
Do the
on this.
research, but I think
Listen, those tough
if
enough
it was
winners
it
are-
was
Either way,
$250,000
I think-
contract. But I feel like there was that contract over X amount of years, which is still higher than what you would normally get.
Nah, see,
It
no,
was just
no.
a year, and the
Because you
timing
normally
does not work
developmental
out.
talents only get 30 to 40 grand a year.
Yeah, that's why.
And that's
it was
why
the
they're
whole
like,
Tough Enough
yeah,
thing. They had to compete with $1 million Tough Enough from back in the day. It was just a year, and I think what happened was she was preggers. She let the year go. She's gonna get her $250,000, and she's like, "Oh, BTW, I'm pregnant, and I don't really want to do this anyway. I just did it to meet boys." And they were like, "Okay, see you later."
I hope you're wrong if that was the case. Because
I
I
think
like
Mandy
her.
Rose would back me up on this one.
I like
Wow.
Mandy Rose.
Mandy Rose is going to be good. Daria's going to be good too.
I tweeted out last week. She is everything Eva Marie is not.
I can agree with that.
She has the attitude. She can wrestle. She's good.
Yeah.
I like her too.
So let's get into our predictions because we got a few minutes left. We got to break down predictions for No Mercy, which is this Sunday in Sacramento on the WWE Network. And, of course, you can see the AfterBuzz recap of that Sunday night. Do you know what time?
We'll be breaking it down. We're not scheduled yet, but it'll be at either 10 or 11 Pacific time.
All right,
so
there you go.
I know it's late, but we like when you guys come and hang out with us, so please do.
She likes hanging out with you guys late at night. Like Ric Flair likes hanging out. Anyway, Nikki Bella versus Carmella. This one I think is a toss-up, really.
Yeah, because I really feel like this feud has to keep going. It's too good, and it all works together with what's going on with the Divas right now. So who winning would let it keep going? Maybe a dirty finish? I don't know. I want Nikki to win. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm talking it out.
I mean,
help me here, boys.
I feel like it should be like a no DQ match or something like that. But because I feel like we watched Talking Smack and Daniel Bryan was like, oh, I don't think there's gonna be a finish to this match, and it's like you're the GM, make it a no DQ match because Carmella looks to get disqualified. So I wouldn't be surprised if Carmella got herself disqualified, Daniel Bryan would come out and be like, oh, this match is now no DQ or something like that to keep it going. And
so
then,
who are you picking to win then?
I say Nikki wins. I mean, I want it to keep going, but I think Nikki has lost enough to her to where she needs to get at least one win back.
Let's give it to Nikki.
All right, well, then I'm going to say Carmella because we brought her up earlier. The returning Eva Marie to start a feud with Nikki because that feud would make sense. Distracts Nikki and Carmella gets the win.
Can we just have Mandy Rose come up and get
Not yet. Not yet. She will, but not yet.
But they have made us forget about Eva Marie, which usually means they're going to do something like that.
Exactly. Kurt Hawkins' debut. We all know he's going to win.
I think he's going to lose.
But
I would.
My question is, who is he going to face? Is he going to face a guy on the actual roster or just a local guy?
No, I would make him lose.
No local jobbers on pay-per-views. Right?
I don't know. It's happened before. Not often.
If he's supposed to be this, everything in the world revolves around Kurt Hawkins, why not make him lose a match? Everybody wins their debut match.
Right.
Come on, let's switch it up a little bit. Have him lose.
I don't know. Do you want to just take a random guess of someone on the roster that's not on the card that he'd face? At this point, I'm trying to think who the lowest good guy on the card is. Right now, to me, that's Apollo Crews.
I was just going to say, Apollo Crews, yeah.
Which is sad to say that he's the lowest guy on the card.
And if it's Apollo Crews, I want Apollo Crews to win.
Yeah, right? Tag team titles, Beauty and the Man Beast, Heath Slater and Rhino versus the Usos. I think you got to give it to the Usos.
Yeah, I think new champs Sunday.
Yeah, and the election's coming up, right? So Rhino's going to be out of there soon?
Yeah,
I didn't think of that, but that's true. They'll have to take some time off to win that spot. I don't remember what his position is. Someone in Michigan.
It's a mayor, I think.
Is a mayor of a district?
Yeah.
Vote for Rhino. Women's Championship, Becky Lynch defending against Alexa Bliss. I think this match is going to be great. I think Becky will retain, but Alexa will still certainly be around the title picture.
Yeah, Becky's going to win, but it's going to be good.
Yeah, I agree. And I just had to say this last night. I was at Raw. I saw Sasha versus Charlotte, and they were amazing. And to everybody on the roster, especially the Raw roster, except for Jericho, because I do not want to be put on the list, you guys need to step it up because those girls tore that house down last night. And I hope Becky and Alexa do the same thing on Sunday. And I say Becky retains.
By the way, Sky Patterson in the chat roll says, shout out to Tom, the fluffy cute dude on the panel. And Tom is more jacked than I am, so I don't know why you're calling him fluffy.
Thanks a lot. Look at these things.
Oh, watch out.
Sexy.
Yeah, there you go. Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt.
Good tonight. Thanks.
Yeah, you feel good now, don't you? Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt. This is another match that can go either way, really. We talked about now that Rowan's gone. I think Luke Harper definitely comes to SmackDown and helps Bray win.
I say no. I say Bray wins, but Sister Abigail helps him.
I think that the dirt sheets would have been all over that if it was going to happen. So I'm going to say no to that.
Okay.
Let's. You know what? Randy has to get this one, right?
Does he?
No.
I think he does.
Who needs it more, Randy or Bray?
Bray.
I would think Bray.
Bray, the eater of pins. somebody, I saw that online. It was really funny.
You're not taking credit for
No,
it?
I'm not.
I can
No,
respect
no.
that.
It's really good.
Intercontinental title versus career. Miz versus Dolph Ziggler.
I've never wanted Dolph Ziggler to lose more than I want him to lose this Sunday. And not just because I think...
You have such a problem with Dolph Ziggler.
No. It's not even because of that. It's that I just think the Miz is on such a roll that this will just catapult him to the next level even more. And I think Ziggler can do like a Shawn Michaels, go away for like a year or two and come back and, like, is he going to be officially retired? Maybe for a little bit, but I think he's going to come back if he does lose. So,
Christy?
Now that you say that, I feel like it could be a possibility because you're right. The Miz needs to hang on to this belt, and maybe Dolph's gonna go do a movie or go on vacay. You're probably right. He could use it. So yeah, I'll give it to the Miz. That makes me sad.
I'm saying Ziggler. Ziggler wins, becomes the champion. I honestly think at this point, Miz is a bigger heel than the Intercontinental title, and I think he'll then move up. Not necessarily with like the WWE title feud right away, but have a feud with an Ambrose or a Cena or something like that after.
yeah.
Because he is just the top bad guy and doesn't need the Intercontinental title anymore. As much as I love him as Intercontinental champion, I don't want Dolph to go.
I mean, I know. I don't really care who wins. Like,
Right.
either guy wins, I'll be fine with it. I just think it would be a cool storyline of if Dolph does lose.
Yep.
Because there's so many times they have those matches where, they win.
And main event for the WWE World title, AJ Styles defending against John Cena and Dean Ambrose triple threat match. I say AJ.
Yeah, AJ.
I think AJ can't lose the title yet.
As much as John Cena is my favorite wrestler, AJ's going to win.
All right. Those are our picks. Make sure you post yours on the YouTube page, or you can talk to us on the various forms of social media. Tom the Com Connolly, how can people reach out to you?
They can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TomTheCom.
And that's it. And Christy.
Please hit me up on Twitter and Instagram, Snapchat at Christy Reports. And tomorrow is Wednesday. Check out the Total Bellas After Show right here on AfterBuzz TV. And X-Pac 12360 will have a brand new episode out tomorrow with Sean Devari and Molly Holly. That's right. Check it out.
Nice.
All right. And just remember that this episode of SmackDown Live AfterBuzz is sponsored by Rush. Directed by top action filmmakers Corridor Digital, is a story of soldiers fighting against all odds in a war-torn nation, starring Stephen Ogg of Grand Theft Auto 5 and The Walking Dead, as well as starring Lou Ferrigno Jr. The first episodes are live and free on the Go90 app and their website, www.go90.com. Go check it out ASAP, and go to my Twitter, at Real Rosenberg, Instagram at The Real Rosenberg, and buy my t-shirts, ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg. Thanks so much for tuning in this week. For Tom the Com, Christy Olson, and Alexis in the booth, I'm Christian Rosenberg. We will see you later.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.